Ever wondered how organizations protect themselves from cyber threats? It's a complex process, but one of the key components is something called vulnerability management. Picture this. Organizations are like fortresses and cyber threats are like invaders trying to breach the walls. Vulnerability management is the strategy these fortresses use to identify any weak points in their defenses and reinforce them before the invaders can exploit them. So how does this process work? Well, the first step is asset discovery and inventory. This is like a roll call for all the IT assets in an organization, from devices and software to servers. Knowing what and where these assets are is the foundation of any vulnerability management program. Next comes the use of vulnerability scanners. These are like sentinels, scanning the systems and networks for any weaknesses or flaws. If they find any, they report them to the security team, the guardians of the fortress. But knowing where the vulnerabilities are isn't enough. That's where patch management comes in. Think of this as the repair crew, keeping systems up to date with the latest security patches. These patches can fix or mitigate some of the vulnerabilities, helping to strengthen the fortress's defenses. Configuration management is another crucial tool. This ensures that the systems are set up in a secure way and that any changes to security settings are tracked and approved. It's like a building code for the fortress, making sure everything is built to standard and any changes are properly inspected. But here's the thing. Vulnerability management isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous, proactive process. It requires constant vigilance, regular checks, and updates. It's not enough to just build the fortress. You have to maintain it and adapt it to new threats. And that's where threat intelligence comes in. This is knowledge about potential invaders, what they're capable of, what tactics they use, and how they might try to breach the defenses. With this information, the Guardians can prioritize and address the most critical vulnerabilities first. The ultimate goal of vulnerability management? To minimize the risk of cyber attacks and security breaches. By identifying, assessing, and resolving security vulnerabilities, organizations can reduce their overall risk exposure. It's all about making the fortress as impregnable as possible. In summary, vulnerability management is a crucial part of IT security and risk management. It involves asset discovery, vulnerability scanning, patch management, configuration management, and threat intelligence. It's a continuous proactive process aimed at reducing the risk of cyber threats. Just like a fortress, it's all about identifying weak points, reinforcing them, and staying one step ahead of the invaders. So, the next time you wonder how organizations protect themselves from cyber threats, remember, it's not just about building strong defenses, but also about constantly maintaining and improving them. And that's the essence of vulnerability management.